This is Jonathan Agger here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Angel Fernandez here at the Joshua Usyk press conference. The rematch goes down August 20th in Saudi Arabia. Angel, first of all, how are you? How have you found today?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. You know, a bit hectic, you know, with all these cameras. To be honest, this is not for me. I prefer to be behind the camera, to be honest, but sometimes you have to do these things. You just like to support the fighters and, you know, just like to support the team as well.
Anthony Joshua has a chance at revenge like he did for the Ruiz rematch. You came in for that rematch. What does Anthony Joshua think of going into fights again? What does his mindset say when he goes into a rematch? Do you see any difference?
Obviously, it's like different hunger. You know, there is no better man than himself that knows how to approach the next fight. He's been with Usyk, you know, 12 rounds, as he has been before with Andy Ruiz, you know, and he knows the approach that he needs to take on the next fight, and he will be ready for that challenge.
Now, most people felt that Usyk comprehensively won the first fight, and some people are saying Joshua only has a puncher's chance in this fight. Do you think, from your perspective, are people overthinking the challenge, or is it that difficult?
Listen, Usyk is a great fighter, and I think people are kind of like undermining Anthony. Anthony has great abilities, not just punching power, not just size. You know, he's a very intelligent fighter. You know, he's adapting well to the challenge that we present to him in the gym, and people would definitely be surprised in August.
Most people are expecting an aggressive game plan this time around, especially with the addition of Robert Garcia. Can we expect a more aggressive Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a mix of things. You know, it's going to be one of these fights where we have to change, maybe round by round. You know, we have to think how the other coaches think in the other corner as well, and try to be one step ahead.
How are you finding the link up with Robert Garcia? I saw an interview, I think, where he said you're a big studier of his dad, who of course took Fernando Vargas to a world title. How have you found that whole link up?
Listen, he's a great man. You know, like the relationship with him has been brilliant. You know, I love to sit down with that man, just like talking boxing, you know, talking training, talking about fighters. Sometimes we put up on the screen like different fighters, you know, talking to kind of like to him. For me, he's great as a young trainer, you know, coming up to be alongside him and him sharing the experiences with me is, you know, because I'm in this game to learn each day, you know, and once I am at the level that he is, you know, I will share the experiences to other young trainers coming up. So he's great. He's been an absolutely great asset to the team.
Since the first fight, has AJ stayed in the gym since then? Has he sort of continued with the southpaw sparring? What has been sort of you know, been going on in terms of continuing to learn the southpaw way?
Obviously, like since day one, you know, even up in America, we train. Even like from December, January here, you know, the training has been southpaw because that's what we're facing and that's what we have to prepare for.
How much better are you expecting Oleksandr Usyk to be in this fight?
He'll probably bring, you know, a couple of new things, but it's not going to change. You know, we clearly can see how he fights. Maybe he might become a bit more aggressive, you know, or he might start slow, he might start fast. All we have to take care is about ourselves. Be ready if he brings a fast pace, be ready if he brings a slow pace, be ready if he boxes on the back foot, be ready if he boxes on the front foot. We have to be ready for everything.
Would you agree that AJ needs a knockout to win this fight?
Yes, and that's what we're training for.
And of course, you know, if Joshua wins the fight, Tyson Fury is the fight everyone wants to see. He says he's retired. What's your thoughts on his situation?
He'll definitely come out of retirement, you know, for that fight. But to be honest, I don't think too much about the fight. You know, we have a challenge ahead, and that's what we focus on.
Just on him, he's saying that he feels that, you know, Joshua doesn't have that Mexican style. I think he said he doesn't have the grit, the determination. What do you make of those comments? Do you think he wants AJ to win this fight? What's your thoughts?
But he showed determination when he fought Klitschko. So and he showed that determination to go into the rematch against Ruiz. Listen, because he's who he is, you know, he's gonna have a lot of kind of like doubters, but people need to see into his fights. Even going back into the amateurs, he's always been thrown there into the lines, and he became victorious. So I think people should respect him a bit more. Other people will avoid Usyk straight away, or let me go and get like a warm-up fight or 2 warm-up fights and then come back into Usyk. He took the fight again, so that itself should give people like the respect, should give him the respect that he deserves.
And just finally about your other charges, Richard Riapple seems to be improving all the time, closing in on that world title shot. How pleased have you been with his progression?
I mean, I'm really pleased with Richard. You know, both have a great relationship. He's been a great listener in the gym. You know, very disciplined, very professional, never complains, and the results is there. You know, because at the end of the day, it's me. I'm just like a part of his journey. You know, and it's more about him. He's the main actor, and it seems that kind of like he's learning well, he's developing well, and I'm hoping, and I think we will, you know, help him become a cruiserweight champion of the world.
And how's Fraser Clark doing? I believe he's recovering from an injury, but yeah, people will be looking forward to seeing him back in the ring.
Yeah, you know, we're looking forward as well. Obviously, he's been frustrated, you know, because with the injury in the hand, is one of these injuries that kind of like add a pain in the, you know. But he just had 2 sessions, you know, punching on the back. We're going to start kind of like slowly introducing sparring, see how it goes, you know, and just like take it slowly, because I don't want to go and rush him too much and then maybe kind of like get another injury, you know, and then the injury lengthens a bit more than what we expected previously. But listen, he has been in the gym again, very disciplined, very focused, very determined in what he wants to achieve, and it's great to see. It's great to see.
Angel Fernandez, thanks very much for talking to pro boxing fans, and best of luck August 20th in Saudi Arabia.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.